Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, blessings, and mercy of Allah the Almighty be on all of you. Congratulations to the Afghanistan emerging team to have qualified to the semi-final at this year's ACC Men's Emerging Teams Asia Cup. 5 editions before this have been played, and Afghanistan have made it to the semi-finals twice before this. Back in 2017, Afghanistan made it to the semi-final. And then again in the 2019, Afghanistan made it to the semi-final. Now, before we talk about this year's tournament, Afghanistan have had a very promising performance, but let's have a quick look at the previous editions. I will be taking a bit of your time, like I'll talk about the previous editions. I'll also talk about how this time around Afghanistan has performed, and we'll be looking forward to the match between India and Afghanistan. That is the first semi-final that we played uh, in this ACC Men's Emerging Teams Asia Cup on Friday. All right, so looking at the previous editions, this started back in 2013 and then in 2017, then in 2018, 2019, 2023, and now the sixth edition has been in 2024 in Oman. Before this has been played in Singapore, then in Bangladesh, then in Sri Lanka and Pakistan jointly doing it, and then in Bangladesh, and then in Sri Lanka. And if you look at the winners, first time Sri Lanka were the winners, and I beg your pardon, first time India were the winners, where India won the match by 9 wickets against Pakistan. The game was played in Singapore, and Pakistan only managed to score 159 in the 47 overs, and India were able to chase it down in less than 34 overs for losing just 1 wicket. And then in 2017, when Afghanistan made it to the semi-final, the Sri Lankan team won it, and they were able to chase down again against Pakistan, who were in the final. And that time around, they only managed to put 133. The game was played in Bangladesh, so Bangladesh wickets are not very easy to score runs on, and it was a 50-over format. And Sri Lanka were able to chase it down in less than 24 overs. Remember, at that time, they were called under 23. So Sri Lanka under 23 winning it the second time. And then for the third time, when it was played jointly between Sri Lanka and Pakistan, it was again Sri Lanka that won it against India at that time. Sri Lanka were able to score 270 in 50 overs. In return, India only could score 267 in their completed 50 overs. And Sri Lanka just won it by 3 runs. And then in 2019, when it was once again played in Bangladesh, Pakistan under 23 won that. And that time around, they won it against Bangladesh when Pakistan under 23 won it by 77 runs. Pakistan putting together 301 runs in 50 overs. And in return, Bangladesh were only able to score 224, meaning winning by 77 runs. And in the last edition, again, Pakistan won it against India. And Pakistan put a big total of 352 in 50 overs. In India, were all out in 40 overs for 224. So Pakistan have won it twice. Sri Lanka have won it twice. India have won it just once. Bangladesh is yet to win it, though Bangladesh has made it to the finals. Afghanistan, though, have made it to the semifinals 2 times. Afghanistan made it to the semifinal in 2017, and the team at that time had Gulbuddin Naib, had Najibullah Zadran, Naveenul Haq, Samiullah Shinwari, Sharafuddin Ashraf, Shafiqullah was the captain at that time. Fazal Niazi, who's now the coach, was also part of that team. Aftab Alam was part of that team. Munir Ahmad, who's now playing for Canada, was part of that team, and some other great players. Yunus Ahmadzai was also part of that team. And Yunus Ahmadzai is a good middle order right-hand batsman. And in 2019, again, that time the team was led by Samiullah Shinwari and Tariq Stanekzai, Bahir Shah, Abdul Malik. Darwish Rasuli, who's captaining the side, was also part of that side. Munir Ahmed again, who's now playing for Canada, was part of that side. Nijat Masood, who's playing for the national team, was part of that side. Azmatullah Omarzai, who's now been defined for the Afghanistan national team, was part of that side. And Yusuf Zazai, right arm quick, was also part of that side. So the 2 times Afghanistan have made it to the semifinals. Now, this time around, Afghanistan have once again made it to the semifinal. Now, talking about this time around, the fact that Afghanistan have made it to the semifinals, let's have a look how things are. Look, Afghanistan defeated Sri Lanka and then defeated Bangladesh. And then if Afghanistan had defeated Hong Kong, China in their last match, they will have topped the table, meaning they will have had the luxury of facing the second-tier team on the table, which would be Pakistan in this equation, because Pakistan are finishing second on their table, whereas Afghanistan are finishing second on their own table. So that means Afghanistan will have to meet India in the ACC Men's T20 Emerging Teams Asia Cup. Now, how has Afghanistan performed overall when you try and look at that? If you look at the Afghanistan performance this time around, Siddiqullah Atal stands out. Well, he scored the most runs, and without a doubt, you will tell he is in a very, very good form, and he's in a brilliant touch. When this competition started, Afghanistan A took on Sri Lanka A and won it by 11 runs. And in that match, Afghanistan A were able to score 166 runs, and those two on the back of 83 from Siddiqullah Atal. Alongside him is Zubayd Akbari, who scored a brilliant 57 as well. And remember, these two were the best of the Shpagiza T20 tournament. Siddiqullah Atal was the Khan of the Shpagiza, meaning he had the most number of sixes, and Zubayd Akbari was the player of the tournament in Shpagiza. And other than that, when you see the middle order, unfortunately, you do not see much. Darvesh Rasuli, captain in the side, scoring only 3. Kareem Jannat not able to contribute. Sharafuddin Ashraf scoring 12. Shahidullah scoring just 1. Muhammad Ishaq also scoring just 1. So it tells you that from a position of strength, when Afghanistan were 142 for 1 only, they came down to score only 166 in the 20 overs. Now, that time they got the reprieve. That time around, they were able to beat Sri Lanka. And again, you have to appreciate how well the Afghanistan bowlers have bowled, but at the same time, you have to also see how Sri Lanka have batted so badly. Bilal Sami was the pick of the bowler, taking 2 wickets, but Faridun Dawodzai managed to take 3, and Siddiqullah Atal, I mean, deservingly was the man of the match in that match. And then the next match we played was against Bangladesh. Now, that was a nail biter. That was a very close contest. Bangladesh started very strong. Their opening batsman, who's very aggressive up the order, Pervez Hossain Iman, scored a quick 54 of only 32 deliveries, who smashed 4 sixes and 4 fours in the process. And then down in the middle, Tawheed Ridoy and also Shamim Hussain, these two batters really gave a solid finish to their side. I mean, they were able to score about 50 more runs in the last 3 overs of the match, is the reason why they were able to put together 164 for 4. And unfortunately for our bowlers, Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar was not among the wickets. And when he's not among the wickets, that means, I mean, Afghanistan have not been able to get those early breakthroughs. Yeah, Bilal Sami provided that breakthrough early on, but then you need to put pressure on the both sides. Ghazanfar was unfortunately taken for a lot of runs, and his economy was only under 10, which is not very good as a bowler you would be looking at. But then again, when it came to the batting, that was a brilliant display of batsmanship. Siddiqullah Atal was spot on. His 95 unbeaten of only 55 deliveries, in which he managed to get 9 fours and 5 sixes, especially that last 6 that he hit over the covers. God, that was outstanding. And the way he's been middling it, he's been in sublime form. But unfortunately, again, the problem is the middle order. The middle orders have not been scoring runs for Afghanistan. The top order have been among runs, courtesy to some brilliant batting from Siddiqullah Atal, but the middle order have not been able to contribute much. And that was a nail biter. Afghanistan having defeated Bangladesh meant that Afghanistan had qualified. Now, Afghanistan had a chance to finish at the top of the table, but unfortunately against Hong Kong, China, Afghanistan could only score 131 runs. Again, our batting have been not to the mark. And I don't know what this is, but Anas Khan, who was brought in, he was the only change that Hong Kong, China had brought in. Their tied after their previous match that they had lost. He came and took 6 wickets for 12 runs only. And that's where you would see that we lost the wickets in quick succession. Like from 2 for 54, you end up scoring only 131, and you give 6 wickets to 1 bowler. These are the areas of concern. I'm sure that the coaching staff will be looking at. The middle order of Afghanistan have to click against the semi-finalist India. And now the fact that Afghanistan have not been able to finish top of the table means that Afghanistan will have to meet the top team of the other side of the other table, which is India. And the second on that table is Pakistan. All right. So how do we look against India? When you look at Afghanistan's side, I believe Siddiqullah Atal has been in a great form. He will be among runs. I have a feeling Darvish Rasuli will come back as well. He's already got 100 in that tri-nation series that was played just before this T20 Emerging Cup. And I believe for Nangyal Kharote, who we are having a lot of expectations from, I think he's been bowling a little quicker and he's been just trying to get through his overs. Maybe at times, if you just give it a little bit of air and you just trust yourself and try and look for that turn to invite the batters and deceive him in the flight, I don't know, maybe it could work for Nangyal Kharote. Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar has been our important weapon now. The fact that Mujib Zadran is not available for the national side for some time, he has been fulfilling that national duty. A lot will depend on Ala Muhammad Ghazanfar as well, because he's a mystery spinner. And the good thing about him is he's got height. So while he's releasing the ball, he will certainly be getting some bounce as well. And he's got good cannonball, he's got strong fingers, and he's got good off spinners. Against India, and especially against their openers, Abhishek and Prabh Singh. We know that Prabh was playing for Punjab 11 and was providing them that quick runs early on in the IPL. And Abhishek was playing for Sunrisers Hyderabad. God, they scored 270 sometimes. I mean, I think they scored 250 plus a few times. So you'll tell alongside Travis Head, they were a disaster against any team. So Abhishek is going to target you. So you need to make sure that you contain the players of the sorts of Abhishek and Prabh Singh. And that is, you don't give him into their arc. You don't give him any deliveries that they can open their arms. And you can also bowl it away from him and bowl it a little slower, give it some air and see how things go. So a lot will be on Ala Muhammad Ghazanfar, but importantly, a lot will also be on the surface, because if there is purges on the surface, Ala Muhammad Ghazanfar will be able to extract something out of that. But if it is a flat wicket, then it'll be a little bit difficult for Ala Muhammad Ghazanfar. And then it will come to our bowlers like Bilal Sameh and Abdur Rahman. Abdur Rahman is bowled well. He made his debut against Pakistan. Unfortunately, he was not that good in that game. And then he's ever since come back. I mean, he bowled brilliantly. I think he should have been given an extra over when he was playing against Hong Kong, China. When he came into the first 2 overs, I think he took seven. He took 2 wickets and gave away only 7 runs, I believe. So maybe sometimes you just want to trust your bowler for another third over, but again, into the last over, that extra run and that no ball is something that they'll have to work with and see how they can avoid it. But overall, I mean, if you look at Afghanistan, I think Afghanistan's side do look very good. Afghanistan have got strong batting lineup. Siddiqullah Atal leading the way, and Zubaid Akbari alongside him being in a very good form. Darvish Rasuli has got 100 just a few matches ago, and Kareem Jannat, a lot is expected from him as well. Nangyal Kharote is very good with the bat, and so is with the ball. And Afghanistan fielding will have to click. Afghanistan fielding has to be top notch. Unfortunately, they have been a little bit below the bar, and they've been dropping catches, which is not acceptable. They have been allowing boundaries to just go through their hands. I mean, we saw it against Hong Kong, one at the Madoff, the other at the short fine leg. So short third man. I mean, these are the areas of improvement. So Afghanistan against India will have to come with a lot of confidence that yes, we can defeat India. That's the first thing. And the other thing is that I think Afghanistan has got the firepower that can really take on India. In their bowlers, I'm very, very much going to be careful with Rasikh. Oh, he's a very good bowler. He proved himself in the IPL recently. He bowled brilliantly in the absence of their frontline bowler who got injured, and then he came up and he really bowled brilliantly for his franchise. He's bowling wicket to wicket. He's got good variations. He's got good slow balls, and yeah. But then against the form of Sadiqullah Atal and against the power hitting abilities of Darvish Rasuli, you'll tell that Afghanistan will have a chance. will have a good chance against India. I mean, talking about batting first or batting second, I don't think a lot will change as far the wicket is concerned. It's all that you need to stick to the basics and you need to do things right and you need not take the pressure. I mean, they say it, big players just regardless of the pressure of the match, they just play their game. I think that is the kind of a character that the Afghanistan players have to show. I have my faith in the Afghanistan side. Congratulations for making it to the semi-finals. It's just another two matches game on, and we could well be bringing this title for the first time home. So all the best. Sorry for having taken so long of your time. And if you enjoy the video and if you enjoy the talks, let me know. And also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which has got very few viewers for now. So we need to really give it a boost. Have a good one, everyone. And let's hope that Afghanistan will win, inshallah, our match against India. And yeah, we'll discuss the details then and there. I think for Afghanistan it is that Bilal Sameh will be opening the bowling alongside Mohammad Ghazanfar. I have my doubts, but maybe Abdurrahman could have a could have a game against India. He's got pace. He's good, and maybe Zubaid Akbari should be back alongside Siddiqullah Atal, and they should be opening the batting. Dervish Rasuli has been shuffling his batting order. I think but Dervish Rasuli will be better suited at number three, but let's see what he thinks for himself. And yeah, I think Kareem Jannat will be better off as a finisher than more of coming in batting up the order considering the conditions. And yeah, I mean, pretty good. Ishaq to bat at number four, I think will not be a bad idea, but you have to tell Ishaq to stay at the wicket and take his time because he seems to be having the rush of blood and trying to go after the bowlers. We've seen it in the previous matches. And other than that, I think Nangyal Kharote make a good addition to the team. And listen, India is going to be coming very hard at us. It's very important that we can counterattack and see how hard and strong we can go against them. All the best of Afghanistan.